You were the gifted kid, the one who aced tests without trying, got praised for being naturally bright, and made life look easy. You built your identity around being the smart one. But here you are, grown up, stuck, and silently spiraling. And no one told you this part, did they? Being the smart kid came with a silent curse. You believed success should feel effortless. So the second something required effort, it felt like failure. And failure, it shattered you. Not because it was painful, but because it attacked the one thing you always believed defined your worth, your intelligence. So you started hiding. You stopped trying new things unless you were already good at them. You chose comfort over growth, safety over exposure. You avoided risk not because you were lazy, but because the possibility of not being brilliant was terrifying. Meanwhile, people around you failed, learned, adjusted, and grew. You just stayed smart. But smart without movement becomes stuck, and stuck becomes numb, and numb becomes lost. Here's the brutal truth. Being praised for how smart you are instead of how hard you try sets you up for paralysis. You start avoiding challenges. You shrink your world. You live inside your head, overthinking everything, trying to logic your way through emotional pain. You don't connect deeply with people, not because you don't care, but because vulnerability terrifies you. Because if someone saw the real you, the one who's insecure, confused, tired, they might not think you're that smart anymore. So you keep performing. And inside, you're exhausted. Eventually, the arrogance shows up. Not the loud, flashy kind, but the subtle ego that whispers, "I'm different. They wouldn't understand me." But that arrogance isn't superiority. It's loneliness wearing a mask. So how do you break this cycle? You stop being the smart one. Seriously, let it die. You're not here to impress anymore. You're here to evolve. Here's how you start. Shift your identity from smart to growth-oriented. It's not about looking intelligent, it's about becoming someone better. Try, fail, adjust, get messy, learn like a beginner. Make imperfection your practice. Pick up a hobby you suck at. Do something uncomfortable and don't quit halfway. Learn to love the feeling of not being the best in the room. Stop intellectualizing your emotions. You can't think your way out of emptiness. Feel things. Say them out loud. Let yourself be seen. Real connection starts when the mask comes off. Take imperfect action. Waiting until you feel ready is a trap. Done is better than perfect. Build momentum through movement, not planning. Stop trying to be the smartest. Be the realist. People don't need your IQ. They need your presence, your truth, your humanity. When you finally stop performing, you start living. If you're feeling lost,
I feel lost.
It's not because you're broken. It's because you outgrew a false identity and now you're searching for something real. Drop the gifted kid label. Choose growth over comfort. And walk into the kind of life where you don't just look smart, you feel alive.